Good afternoon, traders. It is Thursday, January 14th, 2021, and the U.S. stock market is closed. We're looking at the Dow here. Dow opened up strong this morning, uh, making its high out of those first 15 minutes. It was up 100, 150 points. Uh, uh, right at the beginning of the day, and then as you can see, it just sold off gradually all day long, and then that accelerated toward the end of the day with its official close negative 69. Now, if you've watched my videos for a long time, you know I complain bitterly about this pattern because many times we've lost a lot of money when this happens. We end up buying a bunch of crap up here, and then it goes against us all day, and we end up with a big loss. Absolutely none of that happened today. We had an extraordinarily profitable day, and I will show you some of the stocks in a second, but we closed out, we had 13 positions coming in. We closed out 11 of those for positive over $34,000 profit in closed out trades. We got into 17 new positions, well, actually 15 new positions plus the two holdovers for 17 positions total. 11 are positive, 6 negative, but we are holding positive over $78,000 in open trade profit. It got as high as 92 or 93,000 with about an hour and a half to go. So 78,000, but 78,000 officially on the close. So we're well over. Add the two up with the closeout and the open trade, we're well over 100,000 in profits for today, and I can hardly believe we had this day with this kind of pattern in the Dow. But obviously, what we're doing right now is just not correlated to what's happening with the Dow at all. And part of this is the portfolio I keep talking about. I've improved a lot in portfolio selection, and this was kind of a somewhat radical change this month of what I did with this, and it's turned out to produce a really red hot portfolio. I mean, this portfolio is just on fire. So that's very good. Good for me and good for my customers. So let's look at three of the stocks. This first one is a GME, that's GameStop Corporation. We bought this yesterday, and right out of the gate, as soon as we could, it screamed all day. Pulled back, but then it popped up some this morning, and we got out of here with positive $36,000 in profit, and that's pretty good. I gotta. I always look at this, and I gotta think about it. We trade a system. The system is not perfect, but believe it or not, right here on the top, the high of the day today, after that was made after, excuse me, oh, that COVID is bad. Anyway, I'm joking. I make that joke and I get email from people wanting me to be sure to disclose my method uh, of picking stocks before I die. I'm not going to die. Anyway, right here on top, this thing was at about 50,000. So uh, we, if we had a crystal ball, we got out a little too early. But $36,000 profit. I'll be happy to take that. Next here, this is DPW, which I've seen it both Digital Power Corporation and DPW Holdings. Uh, but they're involved with green energy, batteries and that kind of stuff. So I called it Digital Power Corporation, but I see some people are now calling it DPW Holdings. Anyway, same company, DPW. We bought this yesterday. It closed against us. We're down a couple $1,000s on the close yesterday, and then we get this huge gap up this morning. Actually, the buying started in the aftermarket yesterday, and the pre-market this morning. The open here, it was up about $17,000 on that open. It kind of gradually sold off all day, but even on the close, uh, we're up $10,500 in DPW Holdings. This is what is colloquially known as a frequent flyer. In other words, it will take off from time to time. The biggest move it had was back in November when it went from $2 to $11 in less than 5 days, and we were in on most of that. Made like $200,000 on the trade. Um, so we're a long ways from there, and we play the system. That's what I do. But I'm glad I'm in because the thing could start taking off again tomorrow. Don't know if that's going to happen. It could also open up tomorrow at about where we bought it. I mean, it's unpredictable. It's a tricky stock, but I still like it because it is, as they say, a frequent flyer. Finally, the big one today, and that's why this is such a hot portfolio. This is LXRX, which is Lexicon Pharmaceuticals Incorporated. And we bought that today, about 45 minutes into the day, and this thing just screamed. On our close, we're up $51,000 in Lexicon Pharmaceuticals. However, just for reference here, up here on top, this thing was about 71,000. You'll see a screenshot of that on my website when I get it up today. And again, just like DPW, you look at this, I wish I'd taken my profits and so on and so forth, but don't know what it's going to do. And this could be just day one of an additional 3 days of expanding range, and we could end up making piles of money in this. I mean, not that $50,000, that is a pile of money, but it could go even higher. Or it could come back down. We play the system. We don't day trade, but this was an extraordinary move with huge volume. And so something's going on. I have no idea what the fundamentals that were driving this today, but happy with $51,000. So We have over $100,000 profit. Trader Bob is happy, and I'm signing off, and I'll see you tomorrow on Freaky Friday.